Hello, I'm Zardos, and let's play Victoria 2. Welcome back to my USA series. This will be episode 2, and we are continuing our progress here towards growing the United States and moving through time. But I did notice that the national focus appears to be chosen automatically because I can't figure out how to change it. But it is currently colonizing Washington and Oregon, which is good because that will continue to expand us out that way. And I think, oh, here, in them old cotton fields, the cotton produced in Biloxi is of the highest possible quality and strength. So strong, in fact, is the Biloxi cotton that the white balls harvested there have begun building quite a reputation for themselves as being some of the best available in the world. The reputation has built for quite some time, and local farmers have begun taking pride in the fact that in the world of cotton, Biloxi is a byword for quality. Okay. We can gain prestige by sending it out. And they will... Bolivia will like us. Or we can do this. We can gain consciousness and lose militancy. Let's do that. We want to gain consciousness because I think that helps push us towards liberalism or... specifically outlawing slavery. Moralism is on the rise, which I'm not quite sure what moralism does for us. But here, church and state are a single body, and religious minorities face discrimination. I don't really want them to go on that. I want them to go on outlaw slavery. New upper house has been assembled, and we do have some liberal, so that is good. I think we need to be a bit liberal in order to get some of these reforms done. And really, the first one we're really focusing on is outlawing slavery, because it was wrong and it never should have taken place. We have a fabric factory in New England that is bankrupt. Closed. You're allowed to destroy it, or we can open it with our own money. We open it, it will start to hire people and produce goods again. Here, let's open it back up. Slavery debate, here we are. The one thing that the founding fathers of our great nation were never able to answer conclusively was the question concerning the status of slavery within the Union. This inflamed debate has only gained traction in the years since the Revolution, and it is presently the singular most important issue on our country's political agenda. Some radical Southerners feel that there is no possible compromise to be found on the issue, and that secession is the only alternative to being dominated into emancipation by the central power in Washington. Should our Senate ever be in a position to force political reform on the South, a 40% liberal upper house, we can be certain that it will not happen without opposition. Okay, so what this means is now, if we outlaw slavery, we will trigger the Civil War. That is what it means. But it also gives me an important thing here that we need a 40% liberal upper house. So that is kind of what we want to see. Right now we're at 6.5. The people's ideologies aren't quite liberal enough for that anyway. But we will... I think we'll get there. It'll be interesting. We're going to have to end up releasing them. But hopefully Texas, how is the Texas war going? Let's unpause first of all. It's still even. We could come in and we could intervene or give them military stuff, but I really don't care about that. Russian conquest of northwest England. Oh, that's an interesting thing. The Russians are fighting England. What is this? Iceland and Greenland. It is Denmark. Okay. It's the same color as the UK, and that's why I got confused. But that's alright. How are we doing on this? Oh, what is this? We can enact a decision. Kansas-Nebraska Act. By enacting the Kansas-Nebraska Act, we will effectively repeal the Missouri Compromise of 1820 and allow popular sovereignty to determine whether slavery should or should not be allowed in the former colony of Louisiana and the territories presently created out of it. Abolitionists will resent us for it, but it might be necessary to prevent the sundering of our union. So, if we do that... No, we're not going to do that. House Gag Rule, what is that one? The seemingly irresolvable debate over slavery threatens to tear our country apart. If we were to introduce a gag rule in the House of Representatives barring bills on the slavery issue from being presented to the House, we could hope to at least alleviate some of the worst. No, we're going to let the tensions build. Okay, but I was coming in here for a reason. I think I wanted to see it. Okay, that's still the same as it was before. I'm really interested. We're getting clean coal rather slowly, but literacy is going up slowly, and that will help our research. Budget. Oh, the benevolent empire. One direct impact of the religious revival in the U.S. in the early 19th century would be the explosion in the number of voluntary organizations organized to help improve society by tackling perceived social or moral problems, providing comfort to the less fortunate, or providing self-help via education. Okay, so we gain... Okay, that's fine. I mean, our poor are already getting a lot of their stuff. So that is fine. Yeah. National stockpile. Cost of trades to fill our national stockpile. Yeah, I think we'll keep that there. We have some unemployed, but we have a lot of money going into more and more factories, so that is good. We're still a great power. Check the ledger here. Sorting by total score. We are just behind China, just barely. And then we're significantly behind the rest. Well, let's go back to diplomacy. Oh, Unitarianism. The rise of numerous sects within Protestant Christianity in the U.S. in the early 19th century would create an environment for further theological speculation. One of the most influential movements to arise from this would be American Unitarianism, emphasizing the role of reason in understanding theology and thus rejecting the concept of the Trinity and the inherent goodness of humanity and its capability for improvement because of reason. Unitarianism would become very influential among middle and upper class populations in the northeastern U.S. and encourage several movements of social improvement from public education to abolitionism. So liberal gains consciousness, that is good. We want to see that rise. Yeah, I think that will all be good. But I do want to come up here, and we are going to continue to try to increase relations with the UK. They like us a lot here. Cannot go to war over that. Yeah, that's fine. I just want to see how much you like us. Okay, there's nothing else we can do with you right now. Unpause. Maybe there is. When our diplomat gets back. No. Okay. Here we have that still those same decisions. can't enact the reforms. We're waiting on some of those. Let's go check on Washington. They are slowly colonizing. Yeah. We will get there. We're gonna have some coffee. Texas War of Independence is still nothing happening there. It's interesting to see. I think we just had a factory complete. Maybe that's what that noise was. Let's see how this is going. These are probably different colors because of war. I don't know how to see that. But let's zoom in. Are there any troops that we can see? No. Or maybe they're different colors because of fog of war. But let's come in here. Mexico wants an alliance. No, thank you. Yeah, that's the fog of war. Okay, that made sense. That all made sense now. In the meantime, we are close to getting a cement factory in New York. No, Virginia. Okay, First Farmers Bank. It's a public secret that the First Farmers Bank of Vicksburg is a part of the Afro-American resistance. Opposition to our rule and to Yankee settlement in the province is staunch within the institution, and the bank has gone so far as to build bidding out land to prevent it from being bought by non-Afro-American. There has been talk in local government circles of pushing for a nationalization of the bank, but fear of a fierce reaction has caused them to raise the issue with the national government. If we nationalize, we will make the farmers in Mississippi mad. They will gain militancy. If we shut it down, they will still gain militancy. Or we can let it... let's do this. Might as well. I kind of want them to be mad at us down here in Mississippi. That's a life rating. Yeah, they have a lot of militancy here. Okay, that's all fine. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. What have we got here? Rebel factions are organizing. Yeah, that is fine. Outlaw slavery is still kind of just bland. Okay. Oh, wait. Let's go back in there. Rebels. The American reactionaries are gaining and gaining and gaining in support, but they don't have a very high revolt risk. Okay. Clean coal. We are slowly making progress on that. Literacy is going up, but slowly. I want that to rise faster because we need to increase our education more so that we can research better. The cement factory has completed. We have a lot of factories, and that is very good. I'm glad to see that. More being built here. We have several railroads that will complete in the near future. Buffalo, Harrisburg, Watertown, Binghamton, Plattsburgh, Long Island, all within the next 3 months. There's railroads being built all over the place. Yeah, great. So looking to see what we can do in some of these. Upper house is rearranged. We have a little bit more liberal. Not quite there yet. Looking to see what we can do. We can... these are projects that we're going to let the capitalists decide how to do that. We have a good budget, but I'm still trying to just let our people be happy, because I'm hoping that that will also be really leading to good immigration. Yeah, look at that. We have a lot of immigrants arriving, which is good. The UK, France, other European nations. Yeah. So more and more population is going to really help. Because that will give us more jobs, make it more likely that we will be investing. We have colonies out here that are going to become states soon. That is all very good. Texas, we're still watching that war. Show wars, where is that one? It doesn't show up now. They must be at peace. That's in Texas. How do I go to diplomacy here? Yeah, they are at peace. They have a truce with Mexico. Well, that is interesting. Moral crusaders. One of the impacts of the religious revival in the U.S. in the early 19th century would be sustained campaigns against perceived vices by those who believed they were doing God's work by attempting to stamp out such behavior. Saloons were often a favorite target of such crusaders, and on occasion, saloons and their patrons would be physically attacked by zealots. Well, that's too bad. Okay, so we are... Clean coal will be done soon. In September. Okay, we just read that. Wickedness must be stamped out. Our budget is not so good now. We are going to raise taxes a little bit here. Assume that education is probably becoming more expensive as more people are becoming clergymen and wanting to be teachers. So we'll keep that budget balanced, or like a little bit in the surplus. I want to make sure that we have quite a bit there that we can expand. And now more factories are completing, more railroads are completing. And all of that is going to make our factories even more productive. I hear infrastructure. So like here in New York, we have a railroad that is... Oh no, that's not the railroad. Factory throughput. We can't see there. Interesting. Okay, we just built another thing. Secessionist sentiments. Talk of secession from the Union can be heard on the streets of Biloxi. In fact, all over Mississippi there is talk of secession, as fewer and fewer feel that a meaningful compromise protecting that peculiar institution of the South can be reached in a climate where Congress moves increasingly toward a position of favoring political reform. Okay, so they are gaining a core. All right, that is fine. And they gain some militancy. We have successfully colonized Washington. Okay, yeah, that's fine. They're gaining more cores. Washington is now a state. Which is very exciting. Oregon will be next. These other places are... Oh, Mexico is working on colonizing Colorado. Okay, but we're number 4 now. That is good. I want to check this and see. Moralism is high still, but really the outlaw slavery is increasing, so that is good too. And ideologies are getting a little bit more liberal. We want that to continue to improve. We can get a maximum of 2 national focus points. And we have successfully colonized Oregon now. I'm not quite sure how we can set a national focus. Here, we can set them here. National focus. Colonization. So we can colonize Idaho. I don't know if we come here, we start colonizing this, we get 0.1% each month, which is not going to reach a point with Colorado. So we're going to lose Colorado there. We could come up here to British. I mean, that's already seen quite a bit of progress from Canada. What else is not colonized yet? There are nations out there. Here's we come down here. Let's colonize Oklahoma. Yeah. Or we can come in here and get national focus on railroads in... No, let's come in here, I guess. Railroads. 50% more likely to build railroads. Yeah. Build railroads in Illinois. I think that would be very useful. And in New York, you can do immigration, attract immigration. Yeah, in New York. Okay, so that should help. And that is where we will leave it today. We have made good progress, and I am happy we are about to get clean coal. We've seen a lot of factories constructed, and I am pleased. So, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.